Well, Mark seemed happy enough as he left the team hotel for the start, agreeing to pose for a picture with a local child, and the word was that he'd be sharing his thoughts with the world after the stage, win or lose. Here's what he and everybody else is up against in the middle of 3 sprinters stages before the race hits the mountains on Saturday. 187.5 kilometres, setting out from Epernay and heading southwest to Montargis. 2 fourth category climbs early in the stage, otherwise just a sweltering day in the saddle with the peloton holding a breakaway on the end of a piece of string.
Having dealt with the threat of crosswinds on the run over from Chateau Landon, those wide, flat roads, the riders are now into the closing stages, and the challenges switch from the climatic to the roads themselves. They get narrower and bumpier all the way into this, the final obstacle, a sharp right-hand bend with just 600 metres to go. Indeed, this bend was instrumental in shaping the result 5 years ago when the Tour last visited. In fact, it was one of today's protagonists who took the honours. And with his 4th place yesterday, Robbie McEwen must be confident of having another shot at it in 2010. Well, we're hoping that Mark Cavendish can rally after his disappointment yesterday, and if he can line up his men to get him into that bend in good position, he'll have a distinct advantage because it is so tight it will line out the field, and there is absolutely no time for regrouping afterwards. Equally important is not to be too far forward either, because 500 metres is way too far to go for a sprinter, and it kicks up at the end too. So, will Pataki make it 3 wins? Will Mark Cavendish make his comeback? Or are we going to see a new face come to the fore? One thing's for certain, we're not going to have long to find out.
We are about 3.5 kilometres from the finish now. This is the Lampre team are trying to take control and break up the rhythm of HTC Columbia, but Columbia are still holding court there. Isel is also trying to work there now. Cavendish is going to note the whereabouts this time of Alessandro Pataki, who preempted the final move of HTC yesterday by a split second. It was worth the win.
But Phil, that's all it takes. If you're not on the wheel, if you're not in the slipstream of a man like Alessandro Pataki and he gets 2 bicycle lengths on you, there is nothing you can do to close it down. There you can see Garmin transitions, hands coming off the handlebars now. That is actually illegal. You're not supposed to do that on the run in towards the finish. But Garmin transitions are trying to get themselves organised. They've got big men on the front here trying to organise it. There's no one team in complete control. We're inside of 3 kilometres to go. There's a sweeping right-hand bend in a moment. Then at just inside of 2 kilometres to go, there's another traffic circle.
A huge effort there by Martin Mascand of the Garmin team as he tries now. He's done all he can do. He's had to move. That was a sharp right hand. Look how it stretches the line out. This doubles the work rate now to get back into that smooth chasing situation. Martin Mascand is placing Garmin transitions in a win-win situation here. Bernard Isel looks over his shoulder and said, hey, hang on, I'm leading the wrong team at the moment.
Well, Bernie Isel is committed now. He's come to the front. He's doing the job that last year was left up to George Hincapie, but there is a big organisation. Where is Mark Renshaw? Where is Mark Cavendish? It's Garmin Transitions who've got the big advantage here this afternoon. And in 4th place in that line is Tyler Farrer. He's the man who's injured. He's got a cracked elbow. He said he wasn't ready quite yet, but I think he may well be going to have a crack at this afternoon. On his wheel is the green jersey of Thor Hushovd, but moving up now is the Mark train, I suppose, Renshaw and Cavendish.
Well, this is stretching out longer and longer because of the speed of the domestiques, the pacemakers. They are taking out the back there, half the peloton who can't match these speeds. The sprinters are getting a little bit desperate, trying to find their lead-out men because there is no team controlling. HTC have got 1 man on the front. They should have 6 at the front at the moment. Garmin have got the control, and they're taking up the running now.
Well, it's David Miller now. In front of behind David Miller is Robbie Hunter. Behind Robbie Hunter is Julian Dean. Well, they may well, you know, Phil, have played down the chances of Tyler Farrar. Up on the wheel of Tyler Farrar is Oscar Freire as well, getting himself into the mix.
Do you see that? They went through a red light. David Miller on the front here now, driving. The man with pure speed in his legs here. Miller's been a yellow jersey winner in the past in the Tour de France. Not for long, though. Now his job is a workhorse for the team. He has sheer speed, this man, and he's trying to pull who to the win? You might be right. It might be Farrer's back on form.
Hunter's the man now going into first position. Looks over his shoulder. They've got control there.
Well, there's your answer.
Well, they're not too far away, Phil, from the final kilometre. In about 250 metres, they're going to have that very dangerous sweeping right-hand bend. It's a 90-degree bend. It's Hunter, it's Julian Dean. In third place, it's Tyler Farrer, but still the green jersey is right there of Thor Hushovd. Behind them, though, is Mark Renshaw and Mark Cavendish. Oscar Freire is the man in orange there, bumping shoulders. This is going to be a roaring finish. This is the sweeping bend now.
You've got to be round this corner in the first 5 or 6. It is so sharp that everybody else will have to break there. And that is a superb lead out by Robbie Hunter, which tells us now he's not planning on winning this. They are looking for Tyler Farrer to win this. Thor Hushovd is fourth wheel as he tries to break through. Cavendish is in, a lot of bumping and barging going on, but Gorman and Slipstream are giving this their best shot. Hunter can't go much farther now. Can Dean take it up? Julian Dean leading out Tyler Farrer as they go for the line. Now Boysenhagen is out of this, and as they come for the line, here comes Cavendish. Mark Cavendish is going to burst for the line. The Manx missile is back. Mark Cavendish will win this, and he's being challenged to the line by Boysenhagen. What a sigh of relief. Goodness me, Mark Cavendish has won.
Well, I tell you what, Mark Renshaw waited and waited and waited there, and once he saw the gap starting to open, the door opening in front of him, he knew that was the moment to unleash his sprint. He sprinted for 200 to go. Gerard Cholek, a former teammate of Cavendish, comes across the line in second place. Edvil Bosenhagen across the line in third place. But that was a sprint. That was the sprint that I think now is going to put Mark Cavendish back on top of the world of sprinting. Have a look at this one more time. But I have to say that was a very brave move by Tyler Farrer. The man has got a cracked elbow there, but this is the turmoil behind Mark Cavendish. Once he gets a crack at a victory, he's going to come out of the pack like anybody he can. He will say a big thank you for the team this afternoon because they took him there a little bit disorganized. Garmin Transitions did a great job. I think that is a man who is completely elated with that victory, Phil. He's been dreaming about this for 12 months.
And the moment he had won, a good 9 months of bottled up tension and frustration came pouring out of him, literally once he got onto the podium.
It's the Tour de France, it's the biggest bike race in the world, and you know, that's an incredible thing to have. You know, it's an incredible bunch of guys that will put, that put their faith in me, you know, and to ride like they did, and you know, just to win, it's an incredible feeling.